Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. Join us in our campaign and shenanigans as we explore the subterranean labyrinths, plunder hordes of treasure, battle legendary monsters. This podcast will be following our gaming group and the adventures of these characters, as well as a few guests from time to time. Join us as we start a new campaign and our journey to experience the best, and maybe the worst, in the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
Hi, this is Kellie, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Welcome back to Dark Vision Games. Okay, so it is now time for the gnome who's probably going to be using her Thorn Whip with inspiration. So you roll D20 twice, and you get the better of the
there
two.
it is.
13.
Okay, which I believe is plus 4, right?
Or 14.
Okay,
14
so 14
plus
plus
The thorn whip attack thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
you're
18.
18.
Oh, yeah.
So you pull out your little druidic charm, and you summon one of those roots to grow huge into a thorny vine that goes flicking out. And what does your spell do? Yep, it's going to do damage plus something else.
Do I just read the whole thing?
Yeah, you can just read the whole thing.
You create a long vine-like whip covered in thorns that lash out at your command towards the creature's range. It's an attack target. It's the creature, 1d6, piercing damage. And if the creature is larger or smaller, you can pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you.
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and roll
Awesome.
the 1d6.
It literally will be between a rock gnome and a hard place.
4.
4 points. So it reaches out, squirming around the tiefling, grabs it by the throat, and it gets dragged over the tiefling.
No!
And is pulled between the two of them from this little hole that's
Oh, it ain't
getting
going
super crowded. It's in a very bad place right now. It's not its happy place.
It's hard, though.
It's its turn.
It's going to pee itself.
It's going to whip out its dagger and try to shank you in the leg.
Ooh, this one.
The tiefling that is trying to wrestle her
It's
around.
okay, it doesn't have a strength bonus. The worst it could do is 4 points of damage.
Are you freaking kidding me? 18.
Dare!
That hits me.
Okay, so doesn't get 3
10.
points of damage.
Alright.
If only it had its bonuses right now.
I know. That's
That
why I
would've
was
been
like,
like,
whatever.
That would have been like 6 points shank to the thigh, artery.
Ooh, no!
Glug, 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 glug. Instead, it's just a little 3-point shank. And he's kind of stuck where he is.
Oh, yes,
Yep.
he is.
Okay, top of the order, wizard. You're hearing some horrible noises
You
coming
won't
from
be able
There's
to get anyone
this
here.
reptilian yip, horrible, snarly, growly sound. The bard is very unhappy about being in this whole bow first. The tiefling is making wrestling sounds followed by a stubbing of the toe sound. Slippery little bastard! And then there's a vine that's withering back to normal size.
Oh, it's not on his neck still?
Nope.
Damn it.
It's just a one-shot deal.
Can I do my magic missile on him?
You might hit the rest of us.
No, she
No,
won't.
no, magic missile
Not
always
magic
hits.
missile, not magic missile.
It's a,
Yeah, I'll give you that you can get in there.
she kind of peeked down the
That's
hole.
kinda
Literally attacking the darkness.
But I'm hoping for...
Well, she can see in the darkness, thankfully.
All of us.
That's because
She's basically aiming between the elbows and the assholes. So she kind of leans over there and magic missile. As what's the magic missile do? Give it flavor
Rise
text.
him. Well, that's the
As
hope.
3 magical darts are flying out.
Yes. Oh no, it will.
Magic missiles like the go-to Mamma Gem spell. The nice thing with magic missiles, you can divide the attacks upon different targets, or you can attack the same target.
Yep.
Which is basically like 3 throwing daggers. That always
Same.
That always
Yeah, that does one the same.
Give us some flavor text. Describe how you killed this kobold.
Yeah, because you're gonna find. He doesn't have that many hit points left.
He has 5 hit points left. I'm pretty sure your second dart will take him out. You say the eldritch words that summon the 3 glowing darts of magic.
Lights up this small room, and you can see the fear upon its face as it knows its doom has come.
Ovenerite.
Okay, go ahead and roll for damage. It's 1d4 for each one.
The triangle for
There we
You
go.
can borrow mine too. if you want.
No.
I don't know. So first dart.
Plus
Okay.
1, so that's 2.
So 2 points of damage as your first dart lances into its side.
Can I keep this in this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
your
it's
second
fine.
dart makes its head explode all over the tiefling.
And
Its head just explodes as the last dart passes through its body.
You guys are in the hole.
This was my good shirt.
Do you have prestidigitation?
What?
Do you have prestidigitation as a cantrip?
Another cantrip spell. It's a cleaning spell.
I don't.
It's a good day when you're covered with the blood of your enemies!
Wait.
Wait, especially once you have to crawl over to get out. She's working on her inspiration. That's very inspiring. When you have dead kobold on your ass. Okay, so you guys crawl out. I'm assuming crawl out, dragging the corpse with you.
Yeah.
As
I'm
you-
gonna kick it.
I'm taking that
Okay, you
Take
want the
that, you little
crossbow?
shit.
crossbow. I want his crossbow.
It's a 1d8 crossbow.
Okay.
So if you're proficient in crossbows, you
I
use your
am.
dex bonus plus your proficiency bonus.
Ooh.
You
I need
guys.
to go over that because I'm pretty sure I'm not doing that right. I'm not adding enough bonuses.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
These are so cute.
Okay, so what's your dex?
14.
14? So
I don't think I've been using the proficiency bonus.
for a 14,
It's plus 2.
plus 2, and your proficiency bonus at this level is 2. So you would be plus 4 to attack with your new crossbow.
With any weapon that I'm proficient with.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Unless
that's
it's
+4,
strength,
so.
and your strength is a different number.
It's the same,
Oh,
so it's
perfect.
still plus 2.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's plus 4 to attack, and don't
Okay.
forget, dex weapons add your dex modifier in damage.
Okay.
So plus 2 to the damage, so it's 1d8 plus 2 for you.
Okay.
And strength is added to your weapons like your hammer. So
Oh,
plus
okay.
2.
See,
So you
I also didn't know that. So yeah.
So you've been dealing more damage than you realized.
Yeah.
or less damage.
The other thing is if I'm using two weapons at the same time, I get to add my ability modifier to the damage of the second
For the
attack.
second attack. Okay, because normally when you do your second attack,
For me?
when you do the good attack and then the attack,
Yeah.
it's just flat roll.
Mhm.
So since you have the 2-weapon thing,
my god.
it's
so
you
adorable.
get half your modifier.
Yeah.
So and that's by the way huge by the way for the follow up.
at work.
Yeah, we just aren't really in a situation where I've been using, because my idea was to use like my hammer and then a dagger, but
Yeah,
we haven't really been there yet. So.
which is good for the 2-weapon because you can use hammer and then flick the dagger with a range attack. You don't have to do melee. It can be melee and range,
Okay.
which is always a nice one with the dagger because you can choose to melee or to range the dagger.
Yeah.
Absolutely adorable.
That's so cool.
Pictures will be taken. Did she sign it and date it?
Yes, she did. Would you mind if we scan it into the Creative Playing Podcast Network?
That would be
Of
a
course.
thumbs up.
Yes, that was a huge thumbs up, as well as lots of tagging of,
Yeah, because we can also scan this one in because it's
Mhm.
signed as well.
that way, business for artwork can be thrown to our friend Talia at
Custom-made character portraits.
I am horror artist Natalia Lopez on Facebook.com.
Links will be in the show notes.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're covered in kobold guts.
Yes, you're
Oh,
covered in
two
kobold parts.
Okay,
Could have
kill
all-
somebody and then worry about their outfits.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wipe my butt on the wall.
Just trust me, my bard
Twerking against
always
the wall.
has prestidigitation as one of her cantrips. Because that way
Twerking with
she
a
can
tail
keep
is like
herself
so much
clean.
hotter.
You can clean
Did
one.
not know
But
this.
the fun thing is, not only can you clean 1 cubic foot, at a time in a cantrip, so it's like, because you can just keep casting it over and over. But you can actually soil something as well. I did that to somebody once. I soiled his pants.
Yeah, she
It's
created phantom smell.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys have basically pulled him out. On him, he's got 17 silver pieces.
Okay.
And of course, his crossbow, the little
I was
dagger.
keeping track of
Dagger?
all the
Yeah,
crap.
that's
There's a
right.
little
You're,
dagger,
you're
yep.
the banker.
It's got the blood of your friend on it. What? We swiped that off, especially on the dead kobold.
Oh, that friend.
Yes.
Okay, how many?
Oh, she was thinking the young lad.
17.
17.
Say one take though.
Oh, and by the way,
For
as
inspiration?
banker, that means if it's not divisible, you get the leftover.
Can I have a dagger?
Hey, it's
Oh yeah, you
That's
have
how
it.
my rogue always did it.
okay, so
It's
17
the healing
silver,
charge.
a dagger, but has someone, like, you've already claimed the dragon.
Sure.
And she claimed the crossbow.
Okay, anything else?
Yes, anything else?
No, nothing else on him except for there are various parts for trap making equipment. There is a lockpick set.
Actually, you want the dagger?
I would
I
like
think
that.
the
Bard
might like the lock.
I'm taking
I want the trap thing though.
Well, basically, it's like wires and things that you would use for your tinkering of your machinery. Which remember, you have that machine thing, your toy.
I am totally cool with valuing the crossbow as part of the money pot and then doing that.
You
Make
guys
it
are adorable.
What?
You're so friendly when it comes to splitting loot.
What the shit?
That's because we're dames.
Remember, as a rock
Because
gnome,
I'm
you
not a
build toys.
douche.
That's
Yeah.
that's
We're
right.
classy,
So
damn
you
it.
could like
We're
take your
dames,
coin,
not
send your
diggers.
coin, and
Right.
send trash into somebody.
Can I have that instead of dagger?
Sure, you can take the little
Can I
wire
have
pieces.
that?
Yeah.
I want that.
Okay, so she's taking the little fidgety bits for
So the
trap
trash.
making.
stuff.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. Fidgety bits, and she's pulling these shiny things out that look
Whatever. That's weird.
Freya.
I'll take the damage dealing things any day.
Same here.
like. Okay, so you guys, patch yourselves up,
Mhm.
picked up stuff. You've done. Let's see if my
A giant claw comes out of the air to pick up the bard. And me.
the claw.
From
As you guys are heading off
Mm-hmm.
further down the tunnels,
Yeah.
you obviously hear noise up ahead. I mean, it sounds like,
Is it crying or whimpering?
it's not whimpering,
Okay.
but it sounds more like, like what you would attribute to, like an animal pin. You hear
Oh,
scurrying, scratching sounds.
Shuffling.
Yeah. And some squeaky voices talking to each other. In Draconic, you're hearing somebody saying, make sure you feed the giant caterpillar.
You can say, hey,
And then
hey,
someone
giant caterpillar.
smacks somebody else and says, it's a centipede, not a caterpillar.
Oh,
Oh, lovely.
God damn it.
Gross.
I don't. Oh, those are
You
nasty.
yuck bug.
So I tell you guys that.
Yeah,
apparently.
these are really nasty
Thanks.
in D&D.
This is gonna be fun.
Giant centipedes. They have like the poison. They're multiple. Don't they?
And they're gross.
We went up against one in Glitter Doom.
And Glitter Doom, and it jacked your shit up.
We did.
God damn it.
Well, that's gonna be fun.
It wasn't that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine. It's not like you're gonna fight something that big and scary in a nice confined space.
Which means we are.
And it climbs the walls.
That's
Well, it's a
But you didn't
centipede.
have me with you last time.
I like the way she said that.
Right, bait.
It's all in good fun.
Well, I don't have a centipede, but I'll just put that to good use. You could use the shark. No, that's too big to be the shark. You wouldn't want that in such a confined space.
Okay.
So you're supposed to be all gasp when I say that. Confined space.
Well, I'm fine.
Okay. So you guys are
I'm good.
continuing through the twisty tunnel.
I've been confined most of my life. Whatever.
Oh, we're going over here?
Whatevs.
To the beginning here?
Up to the side right
here?
Yep. You definitely hear commotion up ahead. You guys are not being ambushed or surprised.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if the bard is somehow stealthier than me?
I'll just give you that.
So, I seem to be setting off all these fucking traps.
Let me go in front. I got.
I think it might be wiser
All
for the
right.
person who
I'm just
might
saying-
be able to stop these from happening going first.
If I die, I will come back and haunt your ass.
If you die, I will avenge you.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say, you're not gonna die, damn it!
There you go.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Yeah. And I have heals too.
Okay.
And it's not like you have to stay up there. Just tell us what you see,
All right.
and then come
Well,
back.
I can't see shit, but I'll try and sneak in.
Hi, pretty.
What are you?
Not pretty.
Oh my god. It is kind of pretty, but that's just me.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth roll. It's like you're
Jesus.
sneaking up.
Alright.
And slowly twist it.
Wait, wrong dice.
Sneak, 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 sneak.
8. 8.
Sneak, sneak.
Luckily, I'm good at sneak, but still 8.
Sneak, sneak,
8.
sneak, sneak. So as you're sneaking ahead, you look and you see this kobold
Mm-hmm.
bossing around this kobold,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a giant centipede
And it's probably bigger than I expected.
skittering
I'm like,
around on itself like an
But it's in a
infinite,
cage.
but it's behind a little corral.
Sweet.
It's like a hole in the wall that's got little sticks stopping its egress in and out. And pretty much as you're sneaking, you're leaning on the earth wall, and literally your hand just pushes into that earthen wall, and a clump of the wall falls forward. In a very clear, very distinct splat at your feet, as all of a sudden, time's frozen for a second. As a kobold looks at you, then looks at the centipede, then looks at the kobold. Then the centipede looks at you and looks at the kobold and looks at the food bucket. Then a kobold looks at the kobold, looks at the centipede, looks at you, and all shit's going on. And by the way, you all hear a loud splat.
Well, I thought she was stealthier than us.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, 18.
Wait, I'm not last.
I'm 8.
I got a 6.
I'm 5. Wait, what else?
I'm
did
18.
you get?
Plus-
Hold on, plus.
17.
Wow.
What? Wait. What?
Sometimes going last is a good thing.
Actually, as the healer, it's not always a bad thing.
Yeah.
I learned. Why is it?
Mom tried to teach me to crochet, and I'm pretty good at this. When I have more time
I'm
to
terrified.
just...
He keeps writing numbers down and rolling
Oh,
dice.
he's
Well,
just doing more initiatives.
Yeah, their initiatives.
So I'm not really a math person, but once I applied math to this, it made so much more sense.
For crocheting.
For crocheting, when you crochet in the round like this, you start with a number of how many stitches you have in the center, and then you multiply that by the row you're on as to how many stitches you should
can't
have.
do
So
the
row 2
stitches.
is twice the row 1. and-
Well, it's
I'm
easy
like,
For me, it was really hard to get to keep the right amount of stitches. So like I do 7 stitches, then I do 14, then 21, 28, and so on until I have the right amount. But you probably have issues with tension.
Yeah.
That's if you're having a hard time.
Yeah.
It's
But
a while.
I'll try it again.
And
When I
between
have
you
more
two,
time.
who's got the higher dex bonus on your character sheet?
I have a dex bonus of 2.
One,
got 3.
3? Okay, so
Because
wizard
I-
goes
no.
first.
Wait,
Mom does
Wait,
such
wait,
amazing
how much-
stuff.
'cause I got
that
18.
You
I'd
both
like
had
to-
8.
Wait, no.
I have 18.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you
They-
guys
they-
adding?
they
I don't know
tie
what you're adding.
Position.
Your initiative. You said
Well,
you
she
had an 8,
can't
right?
sew,
What does the dice?
Oh, well,
Well, then-
on your character sheet in the middle it says initiative right here in the middle.
Oh, I'm 9.
You're 9?
Oh,
Okay.
she goes first.
So, okay. You mess with the system.
You gotta read your sheet, hon. You gotta know your sheet.
Gotta know your sheet. I like that one.
That's a cute
Okay, so first, at this horrible, tense moment right now where these guys have a bucket of mold and a giant centipede that's hungry and all kinds of stuff, and they're looking at the rogue, the bard, and the
bard,
centipede is hungry.
Bard.
Oh yeah, that's what he's got. Okay, so it's your turn, by the way.
Shoot, and then I'll do this.
You gonna pull a Han Solo, shoot some rounds off, and then run away?
Like, run away! Oh my God, there's goblins! And then they'll just follow you.
How do I
Well,
do
it's,
this?
it's the rogue's turn first.
So I'm gonna shoot and run.
Oh,
Okay,
it's the
so
rogue.
which one are you gonna shoot?
Whatever's close. Well, goddammit.
Which one of those?
The one that looks like it might let the centipede loose.
Okay, the guy with the big spear there.
So, where's my dice?
Or be in charge of it. And
Yeah,
to
pretty much.
attack.
The one that was berating the other one, basically,
Well, the one that was
is all
raiding
really.
is the one that's with the crossbow holding there. So you're gonna risk the boss or the releasing of the Kraken?
Releasing of the Kraken.
Okay.
Because, yeah. Okay. 13 plus 5 is 18.
That will hit.
Okay.
That will hit and then some.
5. And then I'm running away.
As you run away, you don't see him fall to the ground dead as a doornail.
I'm totally okay with that.
He's so tough he won't fall down.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Run away!
That's the end of it.
Right there.
They have a giant
But
centipede!
there's a giant centipede!
It's okay! It's all chitness and legs.
Like, it's terrible!
Okay, so now it is the fighter's turn to go up there and do some damage.
Can I say hi? 5, 10, 15, 20.
25. 30, and then I can attack?
Hmm.
Okay.
You got
So-
that nice crossbow.
So I'm gonna crossbow the other thing,
Okay,
hopefully.
hopefully.
You will.
Ooh.
9 plus.
13.
13. That will hit. Sweet.
Told you.
D8, isn't it?
Yeah, I just had to find it.
Sweet.
6. 7,
Plus
8.
8 points damage.
Yeah.
Damn, you hit him in the guts. Ugh. He's still alive, but deciding what to do, and it's my turn now.
Like I said, just drop dead.
The one whose turn it is dead, but now it's his turn. He's going to go ahead and reach back and pull a little wickery baskety thing. Looks almost, about this big, little football-looking thing, and he's going to throw it at you. He's going to throw it at you with maximum prejudice.
This is why I ran away.
Prejudice. Will a 16 hit you?
No!
Okay, as the football goes flying right next to you, and it hits the ground at your feet.
Oh. I was hoping it would go past me and
Not
stay away
be
from me.
dangerous.
Well, there's a couple.
Unfortunately-
Can't throw that far.
Oh,
Yeah, he really can't.
great.
Uh-oh.
Would you put this underneath your character?
Aww.
Because where the basket hits, comes crawling out a swarm of little tiny centipedes.
Yuck.
Let's go for their initiative. Oh god, the initiative sucks.
Good.
Wow.
Squish, squish.
You wanted a good initiative, because they're above you, they would skip this turn. Bad initiative.
Oh,
they
well,
get a
yeah,
turn.
that's true.
So, are you,
You have the big eraser.
I know, I don't know why I picked this up and did it.
because, you're persistent.
I already had
Have
my
it, yeah.
action, so I can't do it.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a basket of squirming things underfoot right now.
Gross.
Yep, totally nasty. So it is now our gnome's turn. Will our gnome come to your rescue?
I don't know.
She's a
She?
druid. Maybe.
Why is that? Druid. Druid. What? Okay.
She's a druid.
Maybe you can
There's
commune with the
bugs.
Yeah, you can.
Can I?
Druids know
Can you?
swarms.
You can talk to small creatures, can't you?
I don't think.
Sylvan.
Right? Sylvan, yeah.
Well, actually, no. Look under your thing. It's small creatures.
Where?
It would be in the section above the green highlight. Is there something like that? If not, maybe you can do a badass thing that will kill them all. Kill them with fire. Just burn the tiefling with fire. Remember, you're fire
I'm
resistant.
resistant to fire, but still.
Here's a flask of oil and a lighter. Go ahead.
Hot foot.
I mean, I probably could do that. I have like stuff.
Like, let's set the test tiefling on fire. That's always
Then I will be very scary when I run at the centipede.
And the still kind of, sort of alive kobold.
See, the important thing is the tiefling hair is impervious to fire. So that way your dew is never scorched.
It's so nice that he understands these things.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, it kind of looks like the only thing I have to squish them is a staff.
Well, what spells do you have? You have cool, badass magic.
What?
You are nature's cudgel. That's a stick that people hit people
I know. But, my thing is more for not that. Looks like.
with. Well, what do you have?
Thornwood contains a with guidance, healing word, and purified food and drink. So
Centipedes are food, right?
To kobolds, yes. The dragon would disagree with them. There was a conversation. It did not go well.
alright.
There was an extra handler. Okay, so what would you like to do to go after these, the swarm of insects underneath your friend? Use Thorn Whip to pull her away from them.
No! That would be bad. That would be in extreme circumstances.
Think about it. When you have more hit points, that could actually be a tactic used.
Yes, but not now.
But not when we take
Now is not the time.
No.
Someday, but not now.
How big are they?
It's basically a massive
Same size
swarm
as
of
you.
dozens of centipedes. These are little centipedes. Yes. There's just a crap load of them.
Hold on.
She's strategizing. She's contemplating. She's looking at the pretty cards.
What do centipedes eat?
Everything.
Anything.
Flesh.
Centipedes are like the
Mold.
nastiest thing in the insect world. And they're poisonous.
They are, yeah.
I have hunting traps, tools, pamphlet wood.
You could use your action to do a nature check on centipedes. Maybe they'll give you some information.
Okay.
Okay?
Is that okay? Yeah.
If you want to do that, knowledge is power.
7. Nature. Should be a 4. Yep, so.
Well, you know, centipedes are small, little attack insects. If they drop you to 0, you don't die. You're just paralyzed for a while.
Okay.
So you also know that there is a chance.
She could try to push me out of the way.
There is a chance that the swarm of insects in this situation, as a naturalist, since someone put them in a basket and threw them at the feet of the warrior, there's a 50-50 chance each turn that this swarm could disperse on its own.
Okay.
Because actually in the game mechanics there is a 50% chance at the end of
It's
the
like,
turn
I'm free!
that they just
Get outta
skitter
here.
away and disappear.
Is there any way I could, like, in between her legs, just kind of take the staff and go smack to the ground and make them
Yeah.
go away?
You could get between her
There's
in the
subterranean.
swarm.
There's subterranean.
You can basically make an attack at it. You do know with your natural check,
I can make them
swarms
disperse.
are resistant to any kind of basic smash you because it's a group of them.
No, I mean, like, just scare them.
Light.
Light? Just, like, make a loud noise and make them go...
Like cockroaches when you flick on the light.
That could do something.
It'll also freak the kobold out.
Oh yeah, if we're talking magic light.
I don't have magic light sheet.
I do,
You
and
have
so
it.
does she.
But if I were to just hit the ground to make them disperse.
If you give me another nature check really, really good, like over 15
Really well.
maybe. No, we're using bad English. You're going to use your inspiration to try to use your nature skill to shush away the insect. It's a good use of skills. Maybe you're going to do something that will just naturally shush it away.
Yeah.
It's just going to be kind of difficult since they're in a very agitated state right now.
Well, you would be too if you were confined in a little space and then launched through the air
I
and
basically just
crash.
want them to go away. I don't want necessarily hurt them. 11 plus nature, 15.
Oh, you used your
You-
inspiration, so you get to roll
You
twice.
get to roll twice and get the higher of the two.
That's so far 15. Yeah, 15.
Yep.
So basically, you literally get between her legs and you start doing this with your stick, like tapping the ground. You know, I get visions of Sean Connery and Indiana Jones when he's going up and shaking the goals so they go after the Nazi planes.
Yeah.
And you're
Is it
basically
with you between my
as go ahead and remove that piece because you are shushing all of these centipedes away and they are skittering away
Into the darkness.
And the kobold's making this look like it took me a week to catch them all. It took me a week to catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
No.
Gotta catch them all. Kobold stuff. Hey, that was a really effective because the swarms are really difficult to take out in a fight.
Oh, yeah.
So it's now the lizard's turn.
Okay, is this the starting spot?
You can technically say that that's the starting spot. Since you're all prepared for the ambush.
Let there be light.
I'm gonna go ahead and get up with her. Well, I'm
Okay.
in between
The
her
halflings.
legs. Oh, you're up here with
Yeah,
me.
go ahead and
Yeah,
switch.
okay.
There you go.
I like being in between her legs.
You clearly see this whole craziness going on. The gnome is like doing this weird little.
reason to hang
The,
out.
the gnome is doing this weird pee-pee dance with her staff to scare away little bugs. At first you're thinking she's freaking out, and then she's shushing them because there's bugs squirming everywhere. You're like, what's going on here, guys? Do you need some privacy? Are we that kind of party?
So awesome.
Oh, goodness.
Are we gonna slay the dragon?
We're going to slay something. For damn sure I want that.
Are we going to dungeon delve?
Oh my god.
Why?
I was waiting for some bad jokes from your guys' side. I mean, come on.
Have a smoke. No.
So what would you like to do?
Can I do a longbow on that one?
You can.
This one or this one? This one or this one?
Well, that one's dead over there.
No, this thing.
Centipede, unfortunately, is still in the cage when we unlock.
Oh, this one's not dead?
No, that one's not dead.
No,
He
you
took
almost
He
dead.
took
He's
an arrow to
he's
the
still kicking,
stomach,
but-
and he's still kicking.
But that's the one I want to take a longbow.
Okay. Go for it.
The one that's special.
So D20 plus your bonus.
Oh, you hit.
Wow. The sparkly pink D20 of power.
Swing and a hit.
So,
Yes,
22.
that hits
Straighten
marvelous.
in a hit?
Nothing.
So what's the damage? Because you definitely hit.
22.
That's
that's
your
not-
attack.
Oh, that's it.
And then
Bow.
after the D20 part, the plus part should have another dice, like a D8 for longbow.
Oh,
Something that's empty. And that's the sound of crockery breaking in this place.
If it's
Crockery
a-
that's not containing, it should be in this section.
Property that we hope is not
No,
containing
it's-
more centipedes.
no, it's not in it.
Well, just light crossbow is 1d8. So
It's a longbow, so let's bust that
It's
out.
probably
Players,
1d10.
guys. I
Here
believe
uses
it's
a D10.
1. Yeah.
Here uses a d10, so it's a d10. And it'll be whatever your plus,
Your
whatever your
dex
dex
bonus.
is.
Yeah.
So roll a 10-sided die. Nope, that's
No,
12.
that's a 12.
It looks like this.
It's
I think you.
that guy. Thank you. And that's what.
7 plus, what's your dex bonus?
3.
So
Okay.
she got 10.
Longbow is 1d8.
Oh, 1d8?
Yeah, 1d8.
Okay. So,
So it's this guy. Yep.
Darn, I wanted that one.
Is it
You're
Hunter's
fine.
Mark that?
It's still
Still, you like you
11.
did more damage.
Yeah, so you did more damage. So 11 damage.
Yep.
And you shoot your longbow, get it right in the throat. And its dying breath, it wanted to open that cage. And what the giant centipede drove. Unfortunately, you used good tactics. You know, it's dying and drowning in its own.
Good.
And it's the centipede's turn that are around your feet that are shushing away and disappearing because the druid used her skills to get rid of them.
because she's awesome.
And basically, it's back to the top of the order, but you guys have not annihilated all of the current threats that you see.
Well, it's
Except
not
for the one in the
that
cage.
Now we see.
I'll go
I can
join
see.
them because I haven't gotten to go yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to join them in.
Your team was that good.
Yeah.
Here or here?
I
What
can
are all
go
those
up
little
there.
round things?
Those are crockery.
Let's not open the crockery.
Do you want to shake them?
No.
Well, you can shake them without opening them.
Well, what it, and activate whatever's in there? No thanks.
It's probably seems.
So
to
we
be
go
a
up
staple
and
of
listen?
sorts, So this
Yeah,
is,
yeah, you can really listen.
I'm gonna listen.
One,
I'm not picking anything up.
one's got kind of like a liquidy jello sound.
Look, I'm not touching. I'm just saying, like, if I hear.
Oh, the one that's in the little alcove in the beginning there, you definitely hear a scurrying of it. It's got
No.
probably more
No,
centipedes.
walk away.
Then, the very far one, that one's got, dead silence to it, but it sounds like it's got something dry inside.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, Mikesy.
Yeah.
You know how to talk to animals or befriend them or be nice to them or something?
Yeah.
You want to try to befriend that centipede?
Does it speak Sylvan?
It does not
I don't
speak
think
Sylvan, but as a gnome, doesn't she get to talk to something?
As a rock gnome, you mean?
Let's see.
I thought I got like 3 different languages, but I only have 2 done right now.
All it's going to say is I
Speak
would
with
like
small
to eat
beasts through sounds and
Not
gestures.
necessarily.
You can communicate simple ideas with small or smaller beasts. No, so you can't talk to this guy, but you could talk to the little ones. So any small-sized creatures you can talk to,
Okay. I think
like squirrels, badgers, rabbits, moles, woodpeckers, and other creatures, and become beloved pets.
Squeaky.
Squeak, squeak.
Oh no, that's for the force gnome. You want the rock gnome, which means you get the mechanical thing.
So, no,
What are you
Right,
looking for?
never mind.
Pencil.
You cannot talk to
She's
the
being
small
the character
animals.
she wants to
She's,
talk.
she's being
No,
the
you cannot.
silent druid that doesn't talk and is gesturing for the 20 things in the corner here.
Now I know what you mean by that creepy little thing in between your legs. I was getting that.
All of a sudden, she's sitting at the table and little head goes up, food goes down. It's like those cute little coin boxes where the leg comes up and the cat.
The cat does that.
Cat
Yeah.
paw.
That's so cute.
No,
Never
what about
the fox one that's just mad that you opened its box.
Yes.
I'd be mad if you opened my box too.
It says don't flick the switch,
Oh,
and you flick it. He's like,
and instead of a coin, he goes back and he unflicks the switch.
and he just
That's
looks at it
so
angry, and it's the
Oh.
best thing in the world. Anyway,
So, anybody going to check the bodies?
Yes.
I
Okay.
have a quick question.
How do you use this one?
Is it before?
Protection from evil and good. Casting time is 1 action. Lasts up to 10 minutes. It is a concentration spell, so you don't get hit while it's going because you have to kind of like focus subconsciously on it. And basically, until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrants, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead. So basically, you just pick one,
Okay.
and it's like you slap the cleric and say protection from undead, and the undead you can't harm.
So I have to wait for my turn to use that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually, you'd want to cast this when shit starts to get serious. Like,
Okay.
say you're surrounded by zombies.
You have a
Bam!
lot
The
of
person
color.
who's going to get killed quick, protection against that.
Okay, cool.
The protection grants several benefits. The creature of those types has disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against that creature. Like say you're going after fairies, and the fairies are trying to charm her. You could give her this to help her break the charm.
Okay, cool.
But usually the protection spells you cast right before the actual clash happens in the big
Okay.
fights.
So if we can't like communicate and or charm said centipede giant thing, since it's in a cage, can we just gank it?
Yeah.
Let's
You
gank it.
pretty
Let's
much
gank
can. Okay, there's
Because I don't want it to get out and come back at us.
Knowing what I know about them as a dwarf, yeah, gank it.
Is a dwarf giant centipedes bad things?
Yeah.
They poisoned many a dwarf.
Yeah.
Goblins raised them too. Okay, so who's gonna do the horrible deed?
I'll do it.
Okay, you just go in there and you shake it through the bars.
Otherwise, I will.
And then you get this horrible skittering sound as the legs just don't stop moving after you kill it.
Yeah. So does this guy have a spear?
He actually has a dagger in all reality.
Okay. Because I was going to say,
And he does have a sling as well.
So it's still alive?
No.
No, it's dead. It's
Everything
dead.
is dead.
It's dead.
Dead.
And both of
dead
the
creatures.
both of
Are
the kobolds
dead.
have daggers
I
and
both
slings
thought
on
it was
them.
dead.
And he did have this really cool basket of centipedes, but
No.
that's gone now.
No.
It's
Also, no.
hella cool.
No.
To the DM, maybe.
Okay.
The rest of us.
So you guys get 3 gold pieces, by the way.
Nice.
You find a little stash in one of the little cages where apparently the keepers of this little rookery here have been keeping their stash. And it's gold, as well as all the contents in those jars if you want them.
No.
Thank you. I
But
think
you
we're
don't know
good.
what you're missing. There could be something awesome in there.
Yeah, awesome that would eat our faces off. Yeah, sure.
What about those little dots?
These dots?
Those are just
Those are
pieces.
the pins.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything in the pins
So are
other
we
than
moving?
this?
They are not.
Okay.
Are we moving?
We're moving to right there.
He just likes to fall.
Of course, you guys are traveling again, or are you going to try to stop for a rest? Keep pushing.
Does anybody
The magical
have
dwarven tinkle.
like a cantrip spell that's a healing spell that you can use more
No.
than once?
There's
Oh,
no
wait.
cantrip.
Most of the heals
Okay.
are one shots
It's all-
now.
I
Oh,
wasn't
those
sure,
stuff.
so.
Let me and
Because I have. Okay.
Healing
I-
word, yeah,
it's
that's
not-
the one I cast
It's not
on,
severe enough.
Yeah.
That's the one I cast
Both the
on,
healers are still at full reserve.
What does Trillimac mushroom do?
That's a good question.
I
Will
just want to make sure I don't have it like a healing mushroom, like it.
edible fungus up under.
I want to see your characters when you get a sec. Hold on.
The Trillimac
Oh,
mushroom
okay.
is a mushroom that grows at the height of 4 to 5 feet. It has broad green-gray cap and
There's
a light
mostly
gray
octopi in there, but there's some monsters too.
The cap's leathery surface can be cut and cleaned into making maps, hats, and scrolls, and it can also be used for food.
No healing properties?
Nope.
Okay. Just asking. I'm like carrying around some mushrooms.
I mean, there could be in one of those jugs something really cool that could help you, like
You really want us to open those jugs,
These are
don't
gonna
you?
be like so cute for the Wild West Con this year. All these little octopi.
It's gonna be absolutely adorable.
You're making me curious.
About
It's
what?
not okay.
Well, that's his job,
I know.
is to kill you.
I know.
In the most gory way possible.
It's actually a little stuffy in here today.
It is. It's rather warm.
Glad I opted out of it, Jen.
My brain did not hear that right.
What did your brain hear?
Should you not repeat it?
What are you texting or reading that's making your brain think naughty?
Nope, it's just the brain. It's not what I'm reading because I saw Girl Scout cereal. So
Oh, that's even
Nothing.
scarier.
it's
Oh,
nothing
that's
weird
scary.
there. No, I heard something out of
It's
the
getting hot
vagina.
in here.
Oh, what?
Oh no.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Vagina Chronicles!
I'm a little confused right now.
It's,
Yeah, 'cause it's already
8:20.
eaten.
Oh. Yeah, this might be a good idea.
Okay. And that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Down in the depths of the mountain, we dwarves spend our time forging powerful weapons, mining precious gems and metals, and feasting like kings. But after a day of digging for the next Arkenstone, this dwarf likes to come home to a package full of loot. Dungeon Crate is a monthly subscription box service forged specifically for RPG and tabletop gamers. Miniatures, dice, tokens, coins, maps, modules, terrain pieces, handcrafted items, RPG jewelry, and more are yours for only a few gold per month. You even get a digital crate along with a physical one as an added bonus. So are you brave enough to reward yourself with a Dungeon Crate? By Morden's beard, I hope so. DungeonCrate.com. Let the adventure begin.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And remember, be careful out there. There be dragons about.
So we are the Dark Vision Danes.
We have a name.
Yay! Group message!